Ay, 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 hey, that works. Let's go.
Well, I do recognize quite a few of the Kraken names, but not for the reasons that you might think. Sergeant Slaughter, Dvorak Man, Harley Quinn, all of them used to be part of the squad, Suicide Squad. That was
Yes.
Harley Quinn, but I see that now Kraken has its subgroup, so
Yes. Yes, the tentacles are growing.
indeed.
They are indeed. All right, coming back to north now, looking over Hopas' shoulder, coming to the dance. Montana, Kremlin, Double Des Moines, Goliath, Venezia, Moskva, Marceau, and a Z52. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, please. So over on Kraken side of things, we've got very interesting setup. We got, sorry, look at the wrong side, lol. We got Hanger in the Yamato. We've seen him do things in clan battles in that Yamato. Harley's in an Ohio. I know she is, pretty good with American battleships. Chata in Des Moines, Edge in Worcester, Salem with Onager, K's in Moskva. Ooh. Slaughter's in Stalin, Devo in Daring, and Dishizer Disc in Harugumo and Worcester. Interesting.
Indeed. Well, let's see how this goes. Now, you can see on the mini map or the map that the Marceau is making a beeline for C. I don't think doesn't look like Kraken's deployment is going to allow them to do anything about that early. So that means that Hopas is going to be able to pick up C very quickly. It looks like we will have a bit of an interesting rumble at A, and B is basically like the plague. Everybody's running away from B.
And that's what you would expect with all this radar.
At least at the early game. People like to go on B on this map later on, but yeah, usually at the start it's that AC split. Now, one thing I do want to comment on, that Haraguma Worcester combo, I'm sure you guys are aware, the Haraguma with the legendary module can actually lay a smoke screen that is 8.5 kilometers in length if you're going full speed, and you have that, equipment piece on. So there were quite a few Haragumos that I saw on EU today when I did have a chance to watch some of the gameplay. So expect to see Haragumo as a potential replacement for the Gearing, because we all know that it has the insane firepower and it can do a lot of damage with those pea shooters. And here we go. Here comes the smoke to get Edge Case close to the A cap.
Yeah, a little early. I'm curious why Disc started it so soon. Maybe worried about that Moskva.
Perhaps, but again, this thing can get out to 8.5 kilometers long, so it lasts for a very long time. He'll be able to get very close to that A cap, even though he deployed it from back there.
Zombie catching Devo on radar.
But not catching Edge Case. Edge Case working from behind the smoke screen over 14 kilometers away from that Moskva. He is undetected. Hope was bagging C, as we talked about. The Z52 in A, and they seem to know that that's where well, of course they know where he is. So they're declining to go up there after him right now.
Yeah, now that's the one unfortunate thing with the Worcester. It does not have nearly as long of a radar range as something like a Nevsky or a Moskva, so that Z, although he did get within the Worcester's radar range for a brief second, it doesn't appear that they were able to take any advantage of that, so...
Yep, here comes some torpedoes. Disc he's gonna find the convenient Haragumo-sized gap.
Well, and I'm sure Edge has got his sonar, his hydro up, even though can't quite see it.
Or
Don't
Devo.
see the circles. That's true. Devo could have had those up as well. Devo could have had that up as well. So Kraken giving up 2 early caps, obviously jockeying for board position, more focused on that right now. See if they can make that work for them. Special Case setting up south of C, opposite Only Joker's Des Moines here, as Darth Chatton's Des Moines heads for the kind of the 9-10 line over here, backed up by Onager's Salem, and Harley's Ohio on that side of the map.
The Z52 for Hopas is extremely close to the Haraguma combo, under 8 kilometers for both of them. Obviously, Hydra doesn't have the range, but I don't know.
He's getting close to having the range, though. I think maybe he's up there looking for it. I'm not sure.
His Hydro is on, but now he's turning away and double the torps, so...
Yep. Unfortunately, Edge had already radared earlier, so they won't pick him up.
Yeah, radar is on cooldown. See this. If nothing else, they might be able to try and pick up the Worcester, like just firing in smoke. I'm not sure what the smoke firing penalty is, but it is definitely very gutsy.
Yeah, for sure. But perhaps the Z already knew that Maybe he did get tagged on the radar very briefly when he was getting out of A, and then knew.
Smoke expiring here as edge case should be undetected. Yeah, probably just barely undetected there. Does F52 groups go through? No dice. They've traded really well early. I mean, they've got a little bit of a health advantage here. They beat the crap out of this poor Moskva, who's now radaring Dvorak, it looks like.
Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention about the Haragumo is that it doesn't have as long of a cooldown as the Gearing, so it can drop those humongous smoke screens. And by the time they go out, the next one is pretty much ready to go. So we should see that here at some point.
Dvorak taking some damage, trying to get these conga line torps in on Zombie, who they've been beating up mercilessly for several minutes, but no dice.
Yeah, I think they're going to miss.
Harley's also taking a little bit of a pounding, but they are getting some decent damage on that Des Moines of Longshot Matt, excuse me.
Yeah, Hanger with the cross shots on him right now. Blocked by the island. I was all excited for a second.
And also Dvorak Man's Daring took quite a bit of hits as well. He's down to 8.6. We'll be able to get some of that back, but Z52 is proving pretty valuable.
Edge case now kind of caught broadside here, waiting on the smoke. Taking him.
I think he disconnected there.
He must have DC'd. He sat there for too long. The smoke was just coming back up. I think he must have DC'd. That's a huge loss for Kraken. That's going to make this position at A almost impossible to maintain.
Ouch.
Dvorak actually outspots the Zed, but the struggle now is that if he gets up there and gets in a gunfight with him, he'll just lose and get his face melted off.
Yep.
Yeah, the Z has plenty of HP to trade if that were to come to pass. But there's more folks going in.
DeShizer's fine, but the other struggle now is that the Zed can aggressively push that Harugumo and smoke with the Hydro if he wants to. If he chooses to, I should say.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking terribly good for Kraken and friends at the moment.
Air looking for cross shots on only Joker's Des Moines. Shells coming in right now. Nope. A little too far astern. Just some pens. Nothing catastrophic.
They've gotten some decent damage on a few of their cruisers, but there's nothing on the board for Hopas that is at a catastrophic level of HP at the moment. So
Hopas a ship lead and a cap lead here. 7 minutes gone.
Might have a contact here with Dvorak and the Z52.
I think he just got radar too.
He may have. It's very possible it'll cost him his ship. I mean, they have to do something. I understand why he's making this play.
Yeah.
There's the radar.
Yep, there's the radar. Now he's radar. The Zed pushed him out to where the Moskva would have shots when he came around the corner. That's exactly what happened there.
Yep.
Hanger's tossing some shells at the Des Moines, but Joker's going to go down here.
They do get Joker, but they may lose Dvorak. I don't think they can maintain control of the A-cap. Now, Sergeant Slaughter drove his Stalingrad right through the middle of the map without ever setting foot onto the B-cap, or at least not picking it up. Obviously, this is going to be...
there's some good cross shots on the Goliath.
Yeah, they've got grace shots on the Goliath there.
Oh, yeah.
Big hit on the Goliath.
I doubt he was expecting that. But yeah,
there goes
Dvorak goes down.
Yep. Kraken still a ship down, never has control of the cap. Desperate need of points here, 3 minutes on the timer. They're not out of this game, but if they're going to make a play and force a win, it's going to have to come at sea.
Stalingrad, another pretty decent chunk on the Goliath.
But now you got the Marceau coming up to just YOLO Slaughtered.
Yeah, this is going to be a challenge for Slaughtered as well. Now, technically, Furboats Montana could have him here if they can spot him. But Slaughtered is going to have to deal with a point-blank Marceau all by himself, and I don't think that's a fight he can win.
Yeah. Yep. K is reversing.
Somebody else is going to have to get a huge chunk on him, but yeah,
but
K
nobody
has
to. K's backing up to try and cover him, but it's just not going to happen.
Nope.
At best here, they're going to trade Hopas, that is the Goliath, for Slaughtered Stalingrad, which of course is not a bad thing. If they do manage to get the Goliath, we'll see about that.
Well, he already used the super heal once.
Yep.
There comes some of the big battleship shots. Slaughter does not dodge those torpedoes all that well. He still takes 4 of them.
Yeah, so he's dead to the next.
Carnivore's coming in with the salvo off the port side. Not going to mess around. Not going to do these from the bow. Going to get whale on the broadside before he dumps these out.
He's got time.
Yeah.
Oh.
He doesn't have much time now. You better get him off if he's going to dump him.
Good HE to the secondary.
If Slaughtered wins this fight, that's a huge loss. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Look at that. 2 quick kills. And just like that, Kraken has a ship lead.
Well, let's see if the sap.
Oh.
The sap going to touch the stern?
No. No. Oh, the Venezia. Okay, so they've got radar on Slaughtered again. He knows he's got to get out of there. He's got a bow fire to deal with.
Oh, look at the Z-52.
Look at Disc.
What is he doing?
Look at Disc.
What is Chill doing? Why?
He's winning harder.
He's trying to win. He's trying to trade with that's a terrible trade for those guys. Hopas now upside down 2 ships.
Oh
and
my god.
Oh my god. Slaughtered with the massive south of Moskva.
Wow.
He's back up.
Green ship.
And now the Des Moines probably going to go down here too. Matt finally.
They have no way to see Slaughtered. Slaughtered will be able to cap B for free, and long shot Matt goes down.
Wow.
Goodness.
Speaking of long shots, this is why you never give up in this game.
What a turnaround.
Holy hell.
From on the back foot, 3 minutes to a loss, to up 4 ships on their way to a win. I mean, it's not a done deal yet, but they're certainly looking great right now. Holy cow.
That was the Moskva for Hopas, northwest of B. I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to back up.
Challenge Stalingrad.
I mean, challenging is fine, but my man, get angle.
Look at Harley now.
Like
she's just gonna go touch tips. I think that's it.
I mean, that's a great. If Harley will get up there and trade with Grey Ghost, that's a huge win for Kraken.
That's a perfectly fine trade. Yeah, I guess my reaction wasn't as much of what the Stalingrad did. It was just I can't believe that happened. You know, like oh my god, just keep the Moskva there. Yeah, that's gonna hurt them. That might have been right there when we look back. If Kraken manages to pull this one out, that probably was the
play of the game.
Potentially, yeah. Honestly, because removing that Moskva, I mean, he could have created so many problems still with all that HP left. But
we need to give some credit to Kraken too, because look at across the board, they have a bunch of ships that are really beat up, but they're all still in the game.
Yes. Yeah, and as I mentioned, staying alive. If you don't get damage, if you don't get kills, at least staying alive and being available to make a play.
Harley going for the Ran. It's a great trade for Kraken. When you're up this many ships, trades are not a bad idea.
And now Slaughtered has a broadside of the Montana, and he just dunked him for 20K. So.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, right through this gap in the island. What a beautiful shot.
Yeah. Yeah, those shell arcs are good, but I guess they're not good enough to get deflected by the islands right there. And another good salvo.
Another 12K.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Kraken's still technically trailing this game, but a game they were down almost 500 points. Yeah. They have managed to claw back into.
And that's also losing a Worcester with the DC, of course.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Hopas didn't have to be in this position, right? No. They had everything kind of going. Everything was coming up Hopas, right, for the first 7 minutes of this game. Yeah. And then the exchange at B just didn't quite go their way. They got Slaughtered low, but didn't get him off the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Kraken team at C played that engagement really well, right? They traded so well over there. Eventually won, which was, I won't say it was inevitable, but it was certainly certainly something you could kind of see coming. And then the guys at A just gave ground, and here we are.
I guess one little nitpick to give that I can think of off the top of my head right now was that Marceau could have definitely liquidated Slaughter there, but it seemed like he dropped his torpedoes a little too early, thinking that he was going to land maybe 5 or 6, which I understand. Sometimes you do get a little tense in those situations, but a little bit more extra patience there might have worked out.
Yeah, and it almost looked like the torpedoes got taken out, the other side, when he went to go get the left side.
I was just fixing to say. So I was going to say, Marceau has the Clavier torpedo arrangement, right? It's a 2 on each side and then 1 center line, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he dumped 2 off the starboard side, then turn around, but then we never saw him launch the port torpedoes. I'm like Zath. I can only assume that the port torpedo launcher got disabled or broken or even destroyed somewhere in there.
Yeah, I guess the point I was trying to make is that he could have just ate a little bit more damage, got fully broadside like he did, where he still had about half HP, and then just dumped all 6 and, guarantee the kill instead of dropping them bow on like he did. But
rip Optimus Prime.
Yep.
And there we have our first lead change of the game. It took Kraken 5. They had to kill 5 ships to take over the lead of this game. But I think they're gonna win. I don't see how a single Venezia is gonna pull this.
No
off.
way. No way.
Not seeing it. Not seeing it.
No way. But he's gonna charge. He's gonna charge in and challenge Sergeant
Hell
Slaughter
yeah!
here.
Like, why would you not? Why would you just resign yourself to death? Get up here.
Well,
do good work.
a lot of AP coming in.
Look at those shells coming in. Wow.
Yeah. A lot of AP looking for that gap. The last
Actually,
stand of Hopas is Venezia here.
Yeah, those Haraguma shells coming in from like 17 kilometers looks pretty funny.
Unbelievable.
Good damage into Slaughtered, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to beach himself, it looks like. He does.
Yep.
Beach whale.
And a bow onto a Stalingrad is not a place you really want to be with your Venezia, especially now that the Salem has snuck over and has got pretty good angle over there on the port side.
Oh yeah, I'm fixing to get my first death pick.
Oh, there
wow.
was some point shells. There's some more.
There it is. There it is, right there. There's my death pick.
Kraken with the come from behind win that did not look possible, and here we are.
Wow.
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 Wow, indeed. Like these are my boys. I got to root for them. You know, I'm the homer pick, but I'm still shocked that they won that game. Especially after I'm with you. I assume Edge Case had to have disconnected there. There's like that's not Edge would never have sat there.
You know, I'm not one that uses the word throw too often because I try to be polite, but that was pretty rough. With all due respect, now remember, you got to give the other team credit too, because when the other team is kind of throwing, you have to be, a recipient of it and make sure that you make the right plays when you need to. But
yes,
that was pretty rough for Hopas' side, of course. And when Slider didn't go down and he was still able to get some shots, and then that Moskva, it's like, okay, I think that this actually might be happening. And again, good for Kraken. They were able to turn it around. Like, don't get me wrong, a throw, it goes both ways. But
Slaughtered is absolutely the MVP of that match.
Hell
like,
yeah,
unquestionably.
Dude. You take you take that Stalingrad through B-cap, well, not through, but just around so the enemy doesn't even know he's coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Amazing.
Well, like I did say, that beat cap usually doesn't get too contested until later on in the game, and he certainly made his move, and it ended up working out. So it was really good.
All right, I'm looking for round 3 pairings.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm looking for something that looks interesting. Let's see what have we got. Farragut and King pairings are available.
Yep.
Prentice pairings are not. Do you see something in the King division that looks interesting to use, huh?
Not yet.
That's Star Brazil game catches my eye.
Star Brazil THG?
Yeah, well, no, round 3, Zap. Round 3.
Yeah, King round 3. Star B versus Dash THG.
No, not Star B. Star.
Oh. Yeah. All right, I'm looking on the spreadsheet. Star versus AR? Is that what you're looking at?
I'm looking at that one. Of course, I'm not seeing who actually is undefeated, which is what we should be looking at.
So I was just going to comment on that.
Yeah.
Task Force 34, I commented earlier, needs this win. So that might be a possibility if you want to catch somebody that they're down on their back and they have to absolutely win.
Oh, you're talking about which division are we in?
King 3, Jeep versus TF34.
If you were wondering, that's Star Brazil. They're playing Armada Rosita, and they're both 2-0. So that's
okay.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Then let's do it. I don't care.
Okay, let's go see if anybody else has claimed that. That's King division.
Nobody's claimed it. I'm claiming it now for us.
Okay, fill that puppy in.
It'll be Star hosting since they're on top, and it's either going to be Fioda, Fioda, or Nito Class that'll be hosting.
Why is your name Liev C Raptor 00 in
I
the spreadsheet?
don't know. I'm a little irritated by it myself, but I can't do anything but laugh.
It's under Fioda. Sorry to interrupt.
Please do.
That's
FIO.
a good interruption.
Yes, FIO. You said okay.
Yes. And
one of my regulars used to be a member of Hopas.
Yeah.
And he's like, typical Hopas game. I'm like, damn, that's cold, kids.
Ouch, bro.
That's cold, kids. All right, FIO, you said.
Yep, FIO.
Yep.
Got it.
And we all know that you love your Latin American clans, Sea Raptor. So we should, and as we all do, because it's great, especially them, to see more of those teams participate. We know kind of Buenos Noches, they kind of paved the way, but we've seen a lot more since then.
Well, I was talking to Hapa the other day, and he told me something not really surprising, but it's the first time I've heard anybody actually say it out loud, and that is that the Latin American segment is their fastest growing segment in World of Warships.
I could see that, totally.
Which, first of all, I love, and second of all, outstanding, right? Like, I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay. Next match will be Star versus AR as we head to Land of Fire.
My map.
Yes, your map? What do you mean, your map?
I voiced over it, remember? It's my map.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while.
It's always like one of the ones that people ban. So sadly, I don't get to hear myself that much, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing for map stuff next time in terms of videos and whatnot. I haven't talked to Conway about it. No one's mentioned it to me, so I don't know if he just wants to reuse. If we gotta go back in time and redo something. I just don't know.
Harley Quinn is in my chat. Congratulations, Harley Quinn. Well played game.
Yeah. Hi, Harley. How you doing?
And
great game to both teams.
And Sea Raptor, I did ask Edge about what happened.
It was a disconnect, I assume.
He asked that we not share the answer.
Well then, that's kind of telling, isn't it?
So
I
guys,
just came across another team named Nigerian Princes Need Your Help.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go check my email inbox real quick.
Oh, wow. What else can you say there? What else can you say there? All right. Okay. All right. So we're logged on the spreadsheet. Overlays are set. We're basically ready to go here. Making sure that just didn't give away. I'm gonna do another one here.
That was funny.
Here we go. All right.
There we go.
Okay.
I lost my Alt-Tab ability for a second here. That was weird.
At least it's functioning now.
No, it's not. There we go. All right. Just taking a look at my resources. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Raptor, remind me to mention this to Duke. The stream helper is taking up 17% of my processor. 18%. I mean, I just don't have that much to give.
That explains why I am super laggy today in terms of trying to move around, and the old stream helper wasn't nearly as resource intensive as memory serves.
It's taking up more processor than the entire freaking game we're casting right now.
That's depressing, isn't it?
That's an optimization error.
That's mildly depressing.